Yeah. So now we got the numbers that you need. Go ahead.
Okay. So first off, the whole thing where women want guys who are 6 feet or taller. Do you know this does not happen in Europe? Do you know why? They measure in centimeters.
Oh.
So that whole thing where it goes, so when we look at the distribution of what women's preferences are on dating apps, it goes 6'3", and then 6'3" is like the highest. Then it goes 6'2", 6'1", 6 foot, and at 5'11", it just drops off a cliff. Whereas a normal distribution would look like this. It goes like this, and then it drops off a cliff once it gets to 5'11", and then 5'3" is like nobody who selects that, right? Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So this is just a mathematical thing because you guys live in the imperial system. That's the reason why. There's no difference between 6 feet and 5'11", and the reason why women prefer taller men is for survival characteristics. However, the richest men in the world are not, a lot of them aren't even 6 feet tall. So this is just kind of it's what called an evolutionary mismatch. That's the idea behind it. But height is so important to so many women, right? So the percentage of men that are over 6 feet tall in North America, does anybody want to take a guess at what percentage of men are over 6 feet tall?
We can start here and then work our way.
Yeah. Just real quick.
What do you think?
Nigga.
I want to say over 6% of whatever. I'm sorry. I would say about 4 to 7%.
4 to 7%. What do you think?
Probably like 12 to 15.
12 to 15.
Like 20%.
Okay.
Maybe 5.
What do you say?
I'm going with 30.
30?
25.
25?
20.
20?
11.
It's really interesting that even the girls who think that 4% of the men are over 6 feet tall and still want men over 6 feet, it's like you think that you're a statistical anomaly or something. Like, how do you, that's 2 standard deviations outside the norm. It's 14% or over 6 feet tall. And once you get to like 6'3", it's like we're talking 1%.
Oh, wow.
You guys got that? Now, so that's one of the factors in who we're going to choose. The next factor is your income. So let's go to Dr. Tomasi right here.
Okay.
So let's do 70,000 and let's do 100,000.
Okay, this is for 100,000. I already did this one. Okay, so not married, any race, because we had such a variety of. I can go.
Let's go different races too.
At least 6 foot tall, not obese, earning $100,000 per year, up to 100,000.
Does anybody want to take a guess what percentage of men would be available?
We can start here and then work our way this way. So one more time for them: the percentage of men that are 6 feet and make $100,000 per year.
I would presume not married. So like, unless you guys are after married,
not married, not obese.
I would say 2%.
Not obese.
2%. Okay.
Like 10.
10%. 10%.
At least 6 foot tall.
Dang. 10%. Okay. Go ahead.
5.
5%.
4.
4.
10%.
5%.
5%.
1%.
It is 2.23%.
Oh wow.
It is a
fraction of 1%.
1/5 of 1%. And we haven't even gotten into the race part again. So do you guys understand? Like now it just becomes a little bit harder to find that dude that you guys are looking for. Okay. Right.
And it was actually, what was the actual percentage?
0.23%.
Okay.
Okay. So can we try black and white? Let's try black and white.
At 100,000? What do you want?
Yeah. Let's at 100,000.
100,000.
Wait, that was just for 70K?
That was for 100,000.
Oh, that's for 100,000. Okay.
100,000.
You want to try? Let's do 70 real quick. Let's do 70 real quick.
Yeah, because a lot of you ladies said $70,000 a year. So 70,000. Do you want us to pull up our delusion calculator?
I got it right here. I got it in my hand right here. All right, not married. Not married. Black man, at least 6 foot tall, not obese, earning $70,000 per year.
Well, I think she did 100,000. Is that it?
I said 70,000.
Okay, no, 100,000. So black man doing that. Anybody want to take a guess? What percentage?
You're crushing our dreams.
It is
here.
1/10 of 1%. It is 0.095% of men that would fit into that category.
This is all census
Can
data.
we do all races in 100,000?
Sure.
This is from the U.S. Census. This is, by the way.
So I put the age range within 20 and 30.
Yeah. By the way, the U.S. Census is obviously red pilled at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
these are very accurate statistics from the U.S. population.
No, 100,000.
We already did that.
No, we haven't done 100,000. Oh, did we?
That was the first one.
Okay, so we did 70,000.
Okay, let's do 70.
Okay. Let's do 70,000. Let's make it easy. 70,000, 5'10".
5'10".
And any race.
Okay.
So now let's be more realistic and let's just see what the numbers are.
5'10". What's that?
Okay, here we go.
5'10". Makes $70,000
not married,
a year.
any race.
Not married, any race, and not obese.
Not
Anybody
obese,
guess?
earning 70,000 per year.
Anybody want to take a guess? What do you think?
18.
18%.
10%.
10%.
15.
15?
12.
What do you think?
10%.
What do you think?
7%.
Yeah.
20.
20?
3%.
Guys, we went below 100,000. We went below 6 feet tall. It is 1.5% of men that you guys are describing. Now, here's the thing. Here's the reason why we bring this up. I love the looks on your face, by the way. I'm sorry.
Now
I'm
that we
sorry.
know the numbers pretty much.
Sorry to crush your dreams. But the first part is that number. Now, the second part is, can you get this guy to 1, have sex with you, 2, be in a relationship with you, 3, be in a relationship with you and not cheat? Now those numbers get even progressively lower, right? No, I'm not trying to here to make you guys depressed. I am trying to here to like let you guys know the reason why these numbers seem so out of skew. You want to know why? What percentage of men have had 0 sexual partners in the last year? Take a guess. Go ahead. We'll start over here. What percentage of men have had 0 sexual partners in the last year?
I want to say.
Think about Brad and Tyrone and all the other dudes that you've met, those good-looking dudes. What percentage have had 0 sexual partners?
Your kid's Felipe.
I want to say like 40%.
40% of men have had 0 sexual partners.
Yes, because ever since COVID happened, I just noticed more people get lazy, and obviously gaming
Got it.
as well.
Oh yeah, video game.
also-
That's an interesting observation. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with like a half of 1%.
Half of 1%.
So dudes are smashing.
knocking it out.
So all guys,
Go ahead.
They're going crazy.
it might be easier if we ask them what percentage of guys do you think are sexually active.
Yeah.
You
All of
think that
them.
will work?
That are sexually active?
They've had at least 1 sexual partner in the last year.
Maybe like 80%.
80%, so that 20 would be there. Go ahead. What's it?
90%. These
90%.
dudes are smashing.
Okay, go ahead.
I would say 100%.
100%.
100%. Like 98%.
Okay, cool. 33% of men have 0 sexual partners in the last year between the ages of 18 and 30. 33. That number used to be 12% a decade ago.
Oh wow.
What's changed in the last decade or so? Can anybody think of anything that's changed?
Technology.
Yeah, social media.
media.
Exactly. It is a 1-to-1 correlation, a linear correlation to social media. As the Facebook app was introduced to the iPhone, the number of men with 0 sexual partners skyrocketed like a hockey stick. So it went from 12% and now it's all the way up to, right now it's probably around 33%. Okay. The average number of sexual partners a North American man has in his whole life. You want to take a guess?
How many sexual partners?
Yeah. How many
they
sexual
have?
partners that is a whole life?
Maybe like 8.
I love this. Go ahead.
Like 50 plus.
50 plus. This is what I'm waiting for. This is what I'm waiting for.
Their
Yes.
body
I don't know what
count
kind of
has to
guy.
be, it's probably
Optimistic.
like higher than their age. Like, you know, like
Higher than their age? No,
Yeah.
just their whole life.
like
They die at 80. How many partners they have?
like 30
Whole
or 40.
30 or 40. Go ahead.
150.
150.
Yeah, I would agree.
These man
Around
whores.
50.
50?
I would say like 15.
15?
I'm gonna go with like 100.
100?
120.
That's a lot of people.
Depends. Or do they have money or not?
No. All North
Average.
American males, what percentage of them have at least, how many sexual partners they have before they die?
10 to 12.
10 to 12. The number is 7. Oh, yeah, look at you. Yes,
I don't
because
believe it.
yes, and it's funny because I knew what you were going to say because you work in bottle service and the hosts that you work with have all been with hundreds of women.
Right.
And you think that's representative of women, but you forget that the guy who gave you your drive-through, the 5'5" Filipino dude who gave you your drive-through is also a man, right? The cashier at Walmart is also a man. But you, in your mind, if I were to take you to Walmart and point to the guy stocking the shelves and be like, who's he fucking? You'd be like, oh fuck, you don't see it. Does that make sense? If you were to, it's all men. It's not just it's not just Brock the bartender. It's also Alex the accountant. Does that make sense? And this is where people get out of whack because they start thinking like all men are over 6 feet tall. All men make $100,000. All men have been with hundreds of women. When the reality of the situation is like, not, by the way, that 33% of men not having 0 sexual partners is a lie. It's way higher than that actually. And the mean is 7. Ladies, who here knows a guy who's been with over 200 men?
With men?
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
200 women. 200 women. 200 women. You guys know a guy
50% of
that's
them
been
are
with
gay,
over
right?
200 women.
No. Probably somewhere close.
You know?
Yeah.
You know
I don't
some?
know.
You know some?
I don't
You don't
know.
know any
Triple digits.
dudes that's been with 200 women? And you work in OF? And you film on OF? That's incredible.
Yeah, maybe. No, I don't think so. I don't think I know
No.
anyone.
Okay.
That's been
I know a
with
fat kid in
No.
Brazil with 1,580.
Yeah, that's
I
mean, I
that's
haven't
crazy.
asked.
And I think he hasn't paid for 10 of them. That's funny.
At least 4 of them.
Okay, so the reality is you guys do, but you probably just didn't know. That's the reality. So it's really interesting when I hear women say this because a lot of times when women are exposed to very high status men consistently, they start believing all men are like that, and then they walk by the guy in the grocery store and don't even notice, not even that he's sexually viable, that he's even a man or that he exists at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so that's essentially what happens. So you see how like your view of these things, and then I told you 1.5% of men make $70,000 a year and are even 5'10". Isn't that crazy? Right. And then now here's the other thing. What is that? What would that do? Those 1.5% of men, do you think they're getting more attention or less attention?
More attention.
They're waiting for you to tell them.
Less.
Well, they're getting
They're
less
ready-
attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
When they give
Well,
me more.
But I mean, that can go the same for women. Like, if I came on here and I said I had a body count of 7, how many people would believe me?
None.
Double it.
I would
Yeah, well, I mean, let's go around the table real fast. This is not you. I'm saying if you take the average, let's say 25-year-old woman, right, unmarried, went to college and maybe has a career or whatever. What do you think her body count is? We could start here and then work our way. Average 25-year-old woman, single, no kids,
Do you have a
unmarried.
statistic for that?
Go ahead.
Do you have a statistic for that?
No,
And
you
this
don't.
isn't representative of you. It's just the women that you know in your life or women that you've come across in general. What do you think their body count is?
So people that I know personally.
Or you've heard of or whatever in general from your experiences. 25 years old, unmarried, single, no kids.
Ballpark estimate.
What do you think their body count is?
And let me start off. I don't know these women's like that. I know them from Miami.
Just give us the number.
Just give the number. Girl.
At
Don't be
least
scared.
like 200,
25.
300.
Damn.
Wait, no. A
No.
woman with 300 men that they've
That's
had sexual
crazy.
intercourse with.
Yes.
That's a whole school.
How-
Girl.
You're thinking that's average?
Really?
This is madness. You think the
I
average
said
woman
sp-
has
like-
had sex with 300? Is there a woman in here who's even close to
If
300?
you think about it, if you think about it, right? 25. If you fuck one man a day, that's 365 already.
Who's fucking one man
Yeah,
a day?
you don't have
But
sex, girl.
Someone
there's
that's
also
horny.
prostitutes. There's people that get paid. There's sex trafficking. Like there's a lot of things that can play into
We said
it.
average girl, not average. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll move on. That's fine. What about you? What do you think the average girl is? 25 years old.
Jesus
What her
Christ.
body
She's
count
right
is?
about the demographics about the region, though.
Wow.
I'm gonna say like 7.
7?
Wait, bodies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably like 10.
10.
Yeah, I would say the average is 10.
Yeah, I would say the same 10.
Really, ladies?
Not me personally.
But at the
I'll
same
say,
time,
I'm gonna say like
10.
12.
10.
Like
12?
12, 13.
You know what? I
What did you say?
but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Like,
Wait,
if
what was your number first?
I said 10.
You said 10.
Yeah, but my reasoning for that is because it doesn't matter. You're gonna look at a woman, you're gonna assume,
Right.
she probably got 20 bodies, 100 bodies on her.
Don't
it
let her
doesn't
be
matter.
pretty.
I could tell you I have one body, you still won't believe.
Yeah, but that's,
Right.
that we'll get to
Right.
the reason why
Mhm.
that's actually relevant. Go ahead.
Same thing, like 5 to 10 range.
You think, okay.
Yeah.
A girl's
Do-
25 years old, not married, whatever, 5 to 10?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about you?
I said like 12.
Wow.
Do you have numbers on this?
No, I always like to ask that to see kind of where they are, but it's interesting because that number is actually higher than the male.
Yeah,
average.
no, of course. I mean, I thought that was
for
And that's what they, and that's you know the funny part is that's what they think, and we all know that women underreport their sexual partners.
Yes, and men overreport their
Yes.
sexual partners and then become dating coaches.
Yeah.
We got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we totally know about that.
So that's an interesting point as well.
I'm just curious, real quick. Ladies on the panel, the guy you described earlier that Michael asked you guys about, have you ever dated him either now or in the future? Have you ever dated him at all or no?
No.
I mean, maybe possibly like I dated someone. He was like maybe 70% of what I wanted, and we dated for like 8 years.
And what happened?
We're not together because he just needed to find out what he wanted to do with himself. He didn't have any admission, and I felt like me being with him at a young age didn't let him like be able to figure out what he wanted to do with himself.
So you broke up with him?
We both agreed to separate, and then I moved here, but we're still friends, like you know.
I feel like Chris is looking at me. It's really
But
funny.
yeah, we
Can
just
I-
needed to separate.
Can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
Did you stop having sex with him and then you guys came to this
Mutual agreement.
mutual agreement?
Okay, so we were together for
Yes.
8 years, and it was just kind of like toxic in the end. But we were still we weren't together, but we were still having sex because
Okay.
he was the only sexual partner I had at the time.
Got it.
So
Okay.
I just like didn't want to have.
Stop
sex
the
with
cat.
anyone else.
You were with him for 8 years. How old are you?
I'm 25, but we dated when we started high school. So I dated him through high school and college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nigga had steady pussy for 8 years. God damn.
God damn.
So
Well, I mean, she
Well, what were we
probably
saying?
entertained other guys. in the
What were
time.
we
No,
saying?
I wasn't entertaining other guys.
What were we saying on the previous show? It's like, what's the average duration of a marriage? 5 to 9 years.
9 years. Yeah.
By the way, that's probably what the average duration of a caveman's pair bonding was 55,000 years ago.
Yeah.
I bet you if we could survey
Moving
them,
on.
it would be the same as the average
So
marriage.
do you think in the future you're gonna find that man knowing now the stats?
Yeah, because I don't think my standards are over
No,
Never tell me the
but
odds.
we looked up your standards.
No, I said 5'10". Wait, maybe the 70K was maybe a little over because I have my own income, so I feel like combined income also counts.
You
in
know
that,
what?
you know.
I got a better question here, ladies. Now that you guys know the reality of what your standards, how much of those guys are actually out there, are you going to change and or lower your standards to
I'm not
find that
lowering
guy?
my standards.
Not
I
lowering
said
your standards?
70K. I didn't say for him.
Okay.
Maybe
What
combined
about
income.
what about you? Are you lowering your standards now that you know?
Absolutely not.
You won't. Okay.
No.
What about you?
No.
No. No.
Probably not.
Okay.
No. No.
Women are stubborn. You
Okay.
guys know that.
Okay, yeah, you were fairly realistic. So, yeah, this is perfect proof that even when women know that their guy is extremely hard to find, they refuse to lower their standards. We know, how about let's have fun with this? Let's say you find that guy, but he wants to have other women. He wants to have you as a girl on his team. Maybe you may be the main girl. Who knows? Are you willing to accept the fact that he's probably going to go ahead and entertain other
Now,
women?
listen, ladies, you are the queen, and they're all hoes. All right, we're going to use the Justin Waller terminology.
So are you
You're the
okay
queen,
with
and the
this?
other guys, the other girl she's with are hoes.
Are you okay with this? Yes or no?
No.
Just keep it real.
One at a time.
Not right now, no.
Okay. What about you?
I feel like especially right now, being the fact that I'm 22, of course, as long as what I need is taken care of, 100%.
Okay, so you will accept infidelity.
and you have the means to take care of
So you're the
me
main. You
and
can have side
everything
pieces.
else, of course.
Okay,
That's
what about
crazy.
you?
I mean, it definitely depends, like where we stand in the relationship and the rules and stuff. At this age, probably
Who gets to make the
not.
rules?
I think it has to be a mutual thing.
Right.
So
Do you think a guy of that level that you want is going to sit there and negotiate with you?
yes, I think
There's-
so.
Mathematically
course.
speaking, there's way less of
Well,
him than you.
remember, my guy was 5'7", and that was based off 5'10" and up.
I'll bet you it's fewer than 5%.
I'll keep my hopes alive. I'm
That's
manifesting
okay.
him.
Half of you are
Go,
gay
queen,
anyway.
manifest that.
I'm manifesting it.
Damn.
Guys are always talking at our girls. I wouldn't be surprised.
But would you accept it in a pseudo monogamous? Actually, it would be called a polygynous relationship.
Would you be the main and he gets side pieces?
Yeah. Would you accept a polygynous relationship?
I mean, if we discussed it and came to an agreement, I would be for it.
That's crazy, girl.
Is there like a contract you can like sign or something?
Right, there definitely
But
should
that's
be.
what I was about to
Yeah.
get
I'll
at.
give you the PDF later. I'll give you the PDF
There you
later.
go.
Go ahead.
All right, what about you?
I feel like if a conversation is had, then yeah, you can definitely, have the best of both worlds. But as long as I'm, well taken care of and I have the crown on my
They
head.
have the crown. We agree on the
cool.
crown. Very nice.
All right.
All right,
Cool.
so it's the understanding then.
You feel me? As long as it's an understanding. But if you're doing stuff
Behind
behind
your
my
back
back,
is
then that's
messed
a
up.
different story.
All right.
That's fair. That's fair.
What about you, Arizona?
I would say no.
No?
Because like there's so much stuff going around. Like, no, I'm not doing that. No.
Interesting.
Big no.
Wait, hold on. So let me get this straight. You're saying no, but he's gonna do it anyway.
You're right. He is gonna do it anyway. And
So
I'm
what-
not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna leave.
How you gonna?
How you know?
How would you know?
Because I know I have a gut feeling it'll
Oh,
tell me.
hey, she
Hey, man.
feels
My
like it.
intuition. I
No.
know.
Hey man, those white men are crafty. They'll
Oh,
trick
they
you.
are.
They'll-
They'll trick you. That's why you
Let's say you
Martin
know
Madoff.
you do realize that
Jordan
there's a lot
Belfort.
less of him than you. So would you actually like leave and just realize, okay, I'm now I got a less than a 1% chance of finding this guy again?
And that nigga loved you too. Loved your ass, nigga.
There's a billion people in the United States. I'll find someone.
336,000. 336 million.
Oh God.
Not quite a
Yeah,
billion.
and the
Not
guy
literally a
and the
billion.
guy that
There's
you want
7
is
billion in the world.
because your guy is 6 foot. I think. No, you wanted a guy that was 6 foot
Over 5'10".
or over 5'10". Yeah, and 100K per year. So
Okay, maybe I need to like knock some
Yeah,
stuff
maybe.
out.
so you are going to lower your standards a bit.
So it's 0.23% of
Money wise,
1%.
I'll lower my standards.
Okay.
But anything else, no.
For
All
sure.
right, so you're lower your standards over accepting infidelity.
1 billion.
Mm.
God, how much would that
Oh,
suck to
God.
get cheated on by a guy who made 40K?
Oh my God.
No,
You gotta say
no.
that.
Good game.
Pass interference, defense.
Yeah. No?
No.
No, as in what? Like you're lowering your standards or you're accepting infidelity?
Okay,
Gotta
I'm
be
not
one of
gonna
the
lower
two.
my. I'm not gonna lower my
Yeah,
standards.
okay, so you got to
No.
accept infidelity then.
God.
Yeah, bitter pill, huh? All right, what about you?
I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
As long as there is like communication and I know that you're doing shit, then
Yeah.
I mean I don't care. But don't let me find out with who,
Right.
and don't do that shit in front of me.
Don't put it in your face.
But he's gonna
Yeah,
expect
don't
you.
ever.
Just by the way, but he's gonna expect you to be loyal. Are you okay with that?
And I will.
Okay.
Okay. Is this something you've seen? Is this a paradigm you've seen working in nightlife?
I've seen it millions
Me
of
too.
times.
Okay, that's why I was bringing that up.
I'm
Yeah.
very desensitized
Yeah.
to it. So
Awesome.
honestly, I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. What about you?
I like girls.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
you know.
What if
I'm
she
down-
cheats on
Wait,
you?
let's get her IG one more time. Let's get it up there. I'm just kidding.
I like girls, so I don't mind having sex with females. I actually had sex with more females than men, actually.
And she's
so
got
yeah.
a master's
No,
degree.
but
Look at
but
this.
hold on.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'll be like, we're gonna fuck her together.
No, but we're saying him separately, not you involved.
Yeah.
I don't mind as long as I'm getting my bills paid and I'm
Stop the
happy.
cap.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Seems to be the general consensus. If security is taken care of, then
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, interesting. All right. Did you